Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to compare GoHighLevel Communities and Skool. Now, before we get started, I want to be completely transparent. I'm actually an affiliate for both GoHighLevel and Skool, so if you decide either platform is right for you and use one of my links, I really appreciate the support. That said, the goal of this video isn't to convince you that one platform is better than the other. I actually use both platforms and I think they're both excellent. The real question isn't which platform is better, the real question is which one is better for your business. Because depending on what you're trying to build, my recommendation could go either way. What's going on, everybody? This is Jesse's AI clone. Don't worry, Jesse still writes and reviews all of the content before it gets posted. Now let's jump in. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning is why I think a lot of people associate online communities more with Skool. Skool was built specifically around communities and courses from the beginning, while GoHighLevel originally started as more of a CRM, marketing, and automation platform. Communities were added later as an additional feature. And to be fair, when communities first launched inside GoHighLevel, there were definitely some features missing compared to a platform like Skool. Skool had the advantage because this was their main focus. But over time, GoHighLevel continued improving their communities feature, and today they're actually much closer than a lot of people realize. At this point, from a functionality standpoint, they are very similar. Both let you create communities, both let you build courses, both let you organize lessons into categories, both support comments and discussions, both allow you to go live, both have events. Both have gamification, both have certificates, both have progress tracking, both have a chat function. If we're only comparing the actual community and course features, they're honestly very comparable. So I don't think the decision comes down to which one has more features. I think it comes down to everything surrounding those features. Let's start with Skool. I actually think Skool is an incredible platform, and I think it does a few things exceptionally well. One of the first things you'll probably notice is the user interface. Personally, I think Skool has a slightly cleaner and more polished look. The layouts between Skool and GoHighLevel Communities are actually very similar, but Skool has put a lot of focus on making the experience feel simple and engaging. It's not a night and day difference, but I do think that cleaner interface can help keep members engaged a little longer, especially if they're regularly logging in to consume content, participate in discussions, and take courses. Another one of Skool's biggest advantages is the ecosystem. For example, I'm personally a member of several AI communities on Skool. As someone who's constantly learning from different creators, it's really convenient. I have one login, one dashboard, and I can jump between all of the communities I'm a part of. I also think there's value in meeting your audience where they already are. If someone has already purchased 5 or 6 courses on Skool, they're already comfortable with the platform. They don't have to create another account, learn another interface, or remember another website. They can simply join your community alongside the others they're already a part of. If your audience is similar, people buying multiple courses, joining multiple masterminds, and learning from different creators, then Skool makes a lot of sense because many of them are probably already using it. Another thing I really like is how easy it is to launch. Their community sales page is already built for you. You basically upload a video, add your description, choose your pricing, and you're ready to start selling. The checkout experience is already built in, making it very quick to launch a paid community. They also have one of the easiest affiliate systems I've used. You simply turn affiliates on, choose your commission percentage, and members can immediately start promoting your community. There's very little setup involved, which is great if you want to launch an affiliate program without having to build workflows or configure additional automations. And then overall, I think Skool is an excellent option if you're building a creator-focused business where the community itself is the product. It's simple, polished, easy to launch, and if your audience is already spending time on Skool, there's a lot of value in keeping them within an ecosystem they're already familiar with. Another area where I think Skool has a slight edge is the mobile app experience. Now, I want to emphasize that this is my personal opinion because everyone's going to have different preferences when it comes to user interface. I actually think the GoKollab app is really good. I've used it quite a bit and I don't have any major complaints with it. That said, I do find myself preferring the Skool app just a little more. It's not a huge difference, and it's definitely not something that would make me choose one platform over the other on its own, but I think Skool has done a really nice job with the overall design. The colors, the layout, and the navigation just feel a little more polished to me. Even little things like the sidebar and moving between different sections of the app feel slightly more intuitive. Again, we're talking about small differences here, not something that's going to completely change your experience, but enough that I've noticed myself enjoying the mobile app a little more on Skool. Now, with that being said, I don't think the GoKollab app is far behind. If you're already using GoHighLevel, I think you'll be perfectly happy with the mobile experience. For me, it's just one of those small quality of life things where I think Skool has a slight advantage. But again, I wouldn't make your decision based on the mobile app alone. I'd make it based on the ecosystem you want to build and where your audience is most likely to engage. Now let's look at GoHighLevel. The biggest advantage isn't actually communities, it's everything else. Communities inside GoHighLevel are just one piece of a much larger platform. If you're already using HighLevel, your community connects directly to your CRM. It connects to your workflows, your pipelines, your calendars, your forms, your automations, your email marketing, your SMS marketing, your AI, your client portal, your payments. Everything works together. For example, someone could fill out a form on your website, automatically enter a workflow, receive emails and text messages, book an appointment, purchase your offer, and automatically gain access to your community without you manually doing anything. That's where HighLevel really shines. Let's talk about pricing, because I think this is another area where people get a little confused. Both GoHighLevel and Skool offer free trials, so I definitely recommend taking advantage of those before making a decision. Now, Skool recently introduced a hobby plan that's just $9 per month, which is a really affordable way to get started. But there are a few limitations you should be aware of. On the hobby plan, Skool charges a 10% transaction fee on your sales. You don't get a custom domain, and you also don't have access to the built-in affiliate program. So if you're just testing an idea or launching your first community, I actually think it's a great option because it keeps your monthly cost extremely low. As your community grows, though, you may eventually outgrow that plan. That's where their $99 per month Pro plan comes in. The Pro plan reduces the transaction fee to 2.9%, unlocks custom URLs, and includes their built-in affiliate system, making it much more suitable for a growing business. Now, if we compare that to GoHighLevel, the starter plan is $97 per month, and communities are already included alongside everything else that comes with the platform. So while the Pro plans are almost the same price, I don't think they're really competing on the same thing. With Skool, you're primarily paying for a platform that's built around communities and courses. With GoHighLevel, you're getting a CRM, workflows, automations, pipelines, calendars, email marketing, SMS marketing, websites, funnels, AI tools, payments, communities, courses, and a lot more, all inside one platform. With all that being said, I still know a lot of people, including GoHighLevel users, that also use Skool, and I think that's because this decision really comes down to your audience. If your audience isn't the type of person who's constantly joining different communities and buying courses from multiple creators, then the built-in communities and courses inside GoHighLevel are probably going to be more than enough. But if your audience is already active on Skool and regularly consumes content from multiple creators, there's definitely value in meeting them where they already are. At the end of the day, I don't think this is really a pricing decision. I think it's an ecosystem decision. Choose the platform that fits your audience and the type of business you're trying to build, and I think you'll be happy with either one. One thing people often bring up is Skool's built-in sales page, and honestly, it's really good, it converts well, and it's incredibly easy to set up. But I don't think that's necessarily a reason to choose Skool, because inside GoHighLevel you can build a very similar landing page. It just takes a little more setup. That's kind of the theme throughout this comparison. Skool gives you more out of the box, GoHighLevel gives you more flexibility. Another difference is affiliate management. Skool has one of the easiest affiliate programs I've ever seen. It's basically built specifically for communities. You enable it, choose your commission, and your members can immediately start referring people. GoHighLevel also has affiliate functionality, but it's a little more customizable and generally requires more setup. The advantage is that because it's connected to the rest of your business, you can build much more advanced automations around it. So again, neither one is necessarily better. They're just built with different priorities. So which one would I choose? Honestly, it depends. If I was building a business where the community itself was the product, I'd seriously consider Skool, especially if my audience was already active there and taking courses from multiple creators. But if I'm already running my business inside GoHighLevel, or I need a CRM, automations, pipelines, lead nurturing, calendar booking, email, SMS, AI, then I'd probably use GoHighLevel Communities. Not because the communities are dramatically better, but because everything works together. And that's really the biggest takeaway from this video. Skool is a fantastic community platform. GoHighLevel is a fantastic business platform that happens to include a very capable community platform. Neither is objectively better. It really comes down to what you're trying to build. So before I give my final recommendation, let's quickly recap where I think each platform has the advantage. If we're talking strictly about community features, I actually think this one is basically a tie. Both platforms allow you to create communities, courses, events, live sessions, gamification, and engage with your members. The differences here are pretty minor. For ease of use and getting started quickly, I would give the advantage to Skool. It's built specifically around creating and launching communities, so things like the sales page, checkout, and affiliate program require very little setup. For the mobile app experience, I would also give a slight edge to Skool. Not a huge difference, but the UI feels a little more polished to me, and it's an app I personally enjoy spending more time inside. When it comes to business automations, this is where GoHighLevel has a huge advantage. Being able to connect your community with your CRM, workflows, forms, funnels, calendars, email, SMS, and AI tools is something Skool isn't really designed to replace. For sales and marketing tools, I'm also giving the advantage to GoHighLevel. You just have significantly more options when it comes to building funnels, nurturing leads, booking appointments, and managing the entire customer journey. For the community ecosystem and discovery side, I would give the advantage to Skool. If your audience is already taking multiple courses and joining different communities, there's a lot of value in being where they already are. And finally, when it comes to pricing, I actually think this one depends. Skool gives you a really low barrier to entry with their $9 a month plan, but there are limitations. Once you're comparing the higher plans, you really have to look at what tools you actually need, because at that point, you're not just comparing community platforms, you're comparing ecosystems. And that's why I don't think there's a universal winner here. It really comes down to the type of business you're building and where your audience is most likely to engage. So if you're already using GoHighLevel and you've never looked at communities, I definitely recommend giving it a try before paying for another community platform. You might find that the features you need are already built into the software you're using. But if your audience is already spending time on Skool, or you're building more of a creator-focused community where the community itself is the product, Skool could also be a great option. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I actually use and recommend both platforms depending on your situation. So if you decide to try either GoHighLevel, Skool, or potentially even both, I'll leave my affiliate links down in the description. Using those links helps support the channel at no additional cost to you, and I really appreciate everyone who does. Hopefully this video helped you decide which platform makes the most sense for your business. If you have any questions about either one, drop them down in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.